Hi and welcome back to another video by the Me-D-Ogre gamer. Today we're going to start a new game, RimWorld by Ludian Studios. I have downloaded some mods for it. I don't know all of them. I haven't played this game in over a year. Actually bought at the request of a mate of mine. Played it only once or twice, didn't get very far, and then my computer crashed and I have not played it since. So I've reinstalled it, added some mods. Those are the list of mods. I'm not going to go through all of them because I have no clue what all of them do. The only one I have really researched is this one, the Prepare Carefully, which allows you to customize your characters before starting, which I'm going to be doing because I want to rename one of the characters to one of my subscribers who has asked for that. So I'm just going to start a new colony. These are the different scenarios. I'm just going to go with Crash Landed, which starts with 3 people. And then the AI, I'm going to start off really simple. And by that I mean you can choose from 3 different AIs. Cassandra Classic, which is the classic AI. Phoebe Chillax, which is a bit more of a milder starting AI, so she doesn't get all violent in your face. And then Randy Random, who just throws anything and everything and whatever he can at you whenever he can. So I'm going to start with Phoebe Chillax. These can be changed halfway through or at any time in the game. So when I feel like I'm going to be getting a little bit better at the game, I will up the level. But we're going to start with Base Builder, the second hardest level. And again, like I said, I will increase it later if necessary. But being new to the game and being an absolutely idiot player, I'm sure that I will probably suffer anyway. Right, the world seed is randomized. I'm just going to close my eyes now and just hit this random button a couple of times. And that's what I'm going to stay with. So while it regenerates the world, or not generates. Okay, this is the world that it has generated. Obviously, we have the polar cap at the north, a whole bunch of different areas, and each of these markings is a faction outpost. We have the Purple Ridge Concord. What else do we have? We have the Green Valley Coalition, the Restos League, and the Armadillo the Deadbeat Rig. So those are going to be the 4 factions that I'll probably be playing against or come across. So I've been doing some research on best places to start, give myself as much of an advantage as possible, and people have said temperate forests are a good place to start, and then in a band where growing is all year round. So that is seen over here by the terrain. Growing period is 40 days out of 60 days, which means your crops will only grow in that time. So if the more towards the equator you go, the more chance you have of growing things. And I'm just trying to find one. There we go. It says year round. So that is great. Tropical swamps. rainforests and shrublands. I'm really keen to try one of these islands. I'm actually thinking of going with an arid. So that's extreme desert. We don't want an extreme desert. I'm going to go with this island here in the middle of nowhere. Nice arid shrubland, large hills, caves. Go with the coast and caves. There we go. Let's start there in the middle of nowhere. What the hell? Right, this is where we choose our characters. I'm going to be preparing carefully. So I'm going to be randomizing and choosing some skill appropriates, again to give me the best advantage. But a lot of things will be at random. So I'm just going to randomize, close my eyes and click a lot. And we have that guy. I'm going to do the same thing here. Actually, I should randomize up here. That randomizes everything. There we go. Oh, I am using point buy. So let's try that again. And this guy. And this guy. Right, so we are left with Gordon, Meatrix, and Hawk. Now I have said to one of my subscribers that I will rename a character after them. I think I'm going to take the first guy, and he's going to be that's his name. The rest will stay the same. At another stage I will possibly rename things. Just give you a rundown. Biological age is the actual age that they are at. The chronological age is how many years they've been alive, including in cryospace. So we have it. Obviously the totally random. I have used too many points here in the point buy. I don't know how or why. But we can sort that out. So Q-Tog is a medieval lordling, which gives him good social, bad construction, growing and mining. And he is also an housemate, an adult, kept house and cared for children while his spouse worked, giving him 3 medicine, 3 cooking and 2 crafting. He is abrasive, so people don't really like him, and he has a green thumb, which has given him extra growing capability, but because of his medievalness, he's growing down a bit. And he has a bad back. He's incapable of none, so he'll be able to do any work that's available. Meatrix is a convent child, which has given good construction and growing. but is unable to do hunting, research, managing, and will not produce drugs. However, is a herbalist, not a good social person, but good with medicine and growing. Here you can see incapable of violence, incapable of intellectual, and incapable of firefighting. A bit of a masochist. Okay, she likes to get hurt. Is it a he or a she? Yeah, it's a she. And a bit of a pyromaniac. Won't firefight and will occasionally start fires. Great. Fantastic. No injuries. And then we have Hawk. Hawk is a mute. Great. +5 with animals. But cannot speak to visitors. That is great. Bodyguard, so good with shooting and melee, and not good at, again, speaking with visitors. They kind of go together. So incapable of social things. He is too smart, which means he is a fast learner and won't mentally break. But he's a bit of a slowpoke. He's a slow mover. I'm going to reduce the number of silver I have to get to the point buy of 0. That's going to handicap me when it comes to buying stuff from traders. Go. Or I could take, I don't really need a dog right now, although a hearing dog, a mute, yeah, maybe we'll keep the dog. Okay, that's that. No real relationships between the three. Let's get this game going. Right, the three of you wake in your cryo-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Right, well the very first thing I need to do is make things available to be picked up. Oh, shame, Hawk's got a bit of sickness there. Cryo sleep sickness, I think it's called. Just make sure everything is available to them. Okay, and so right, the very first thing I think I need to do is build a place for them to sleep. I'm going to start here. There's a nice little already constructed house. So I'm going to put that up and a door. And then while they're busy doing that, let's have a look at this work chart. So this is what they will do or be available to do. And they always do the things to the left first and then to the right. If you tick it, they'll do it. If you untick it, they won't do it. Then there is this here, which actually puts a value to things. And I'm going to use that to just prioritize things better. I did some research the first time I played this game on what's an important thing to do first. So I'm going to use that I learned a year ago. And see if we can get things done. So firefighting is always good to do first. Being a patient if you get wounded is important. Being a doctor is very important. And then getting bed rest is super important. Right, flicking switches is a manual thing that I tell them to do. but if I say it, it needs to be done very urgently. And then the rest is just manual labor that they need to do. So what I'm going to do is anything that they have a passion for, which is the little flames in the bottom right hand corner here, I'm going to give them a better chance to do those, because obviously they will go up in skills very quickly in that. Cool. Right, and then I still want them to do the rest of the stuff, so I'm going to make that a 6 so that they still do it if no one else is available. Plant cutting is important. That's for harvesting, so I'm going to leave that on 5 for everybody. Same goes with hauling and cleaning. They're not linked to any skills, so anybody could do these. And research and managing. Right, that's that done. And they have a house. They're going to need beds to sleep in, so let's get some furniture in there. Some beds. One for each of them. And I suppose a light source. We'll put it there. And then we're going to need a place to store things. A place with a roof, so that things don't deteriorate. That's a door there. And to store things, we're going to create not a growing zone, a stockpile zone. I'm not going to modify it, so they will bring everything in here. Right, so in theory they should go and start collecting the stuff. Just having a look at the characters. Me-D-Ogre is 4 at shooting. Meatrix won't do any shooting. And Hawk Holmes will do 5 at shooting, but good at melee. I'm going to give Hawk I'm going to say equip the bolt action rifle. Me-D-Ogre can equip the revolver. And then of course Meatrix will not do violence at all, so no need for that. I'm going to prioritize the hauling of this stuff. There's my steel. And there should be some silver here somewhere, the leftover of what fell. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there's some components. Silver doesn't deteriorate, so we'll just leave it at that. Right, I do like to have floors, so I'm going to make some wood floors here in this little house. And I think we need to just make sure all the roofs are in the right places. Right. Okay, so why are they not building beds? Construction. So Hawk is... Okay. There we go, we have the first bed. Okay, we won't get to manager yet because there's nothing to manage. Medical gives an idea of what everyone's on about. Kutog is at 70% movement because of his bad back, and 90% manipulation, which sucks. I'm going to split them at self-administer of health, just in case something happens. Restricting is to restrict people specific times. I'm not going to touch that yet. I want everyone to be doing the work that needs to be done. Assigning assigns clothing and drug use. I'm also going to leave that. We have Pippi the Labrador Retriever, who I'm going to train in everything. It's important. Right, the next thing we have to do is we have to start getting some plantations going. So that we get some food. I'm going to grow this way, so let's get some growing zones going. I like a nice neat 6x6 block, and we'll make it rice plants, and then we will do another one for potato. Good staple stocks, and then I know we are going to need more wood later on, so I'm going to do a growing of trees. Probably, well, let's go with pine trees. Pine's always good. We'll start with that for now. Okay. Oh, I suppose we need a light in there so we can see what's going on. And that will be under furniture. We'll put it there. Alright, we've got all the wood necessary for that bed, but somebody is not getting to it. And why is that? That will be under construction. Handling and flicking are more important. Yeah. Who's that Hawk? What is Hawk doing? Carrying stockpiles of stuff. Hauling is not more important than construction. So I'm going to say, Hawk, go and prioritize the construction of that, please. Shame, I don't like the dog sleeping out in the rain. So I'm going to add a dog sleeping spot there. For an arid place, it's got a lot of rain. Not that I'm complaining. I need 40 wood. Why don't I 20 wood? Means I'm going to need to chop down some trees. Order some chopping. There are no trees. Oh, there's one. There's a second one. And there's some there. Yeah. Right, well that is the first day done. 23 hours. So I'm going to end the recording there. We will do it by day maybe, and see how it goes. So if you like RimWorld and you have any suggestions, how-tos, ideas on how to better the poor people's situation, please let me know. Subscribe, comment, and don't forget to click on the bell to get notified when a new video is up. And thanks for watching.